And your time is running.
Hi, I'm Masha. I'm going to be teaching you a few poses for yoga this evening. A few poses for yoga this evening. Our first pose will be standing forward then, an inversion. It's also known as Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. And it brings fresh blood to the vein and gets rid of stiffness in the shoulders. We're using a block to help us extend the legs. Let's bring the short end of the sticky mat to the wall. So I know this is a pose that is familiar to you, but just some revision on how we get up at the point of the foot. So these are the balls of the feet here, and this is the back of the balls of the feet. So it goes here. Okay? So when I take this modified Adho Mukha Svanasana with the toes pointing backwards, notice I sit on my heels and my arms are forward. I keep my hands exactly where they are as I come up. Notice it's on the back of the balls of the feet, the toes are lifted. Help me extend the leg. Okay. So being a modified Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is downward facing reverse move, with the toes pointing straight back. The feet are separated, so that's the modification. Yes. Good. Then the toes point straight back. And now spread your palm. Stretch your fingers, open out your whole palm on the floor. And now roll your toes under. Lift your knees and hips away from the floor. Put your heels on the wall. Take your toes forward towards your head and little shake up. What good. Very good. So heels down the wall, toes towards your head. And now, the front of the thigh, press it to the back of the thigh strongly. The outer hips, squeeze them in towards each other, and then pull the hips up and back to lengthen the sides of the torso. Don't move the hands. So keep lifting the hips up and back until the side ribs open up. Good. And extend through your inner arms. Press into the floor, extend through your inner arms. Press the palms down and then lift the hips up and back. The shoulder blades, press them deeply in towards the chest and slide them up towards your waist. The top front thigh, keep lifting it up and pressing it back towards the bone. The top front thigh here, press it back. Open the backs of the legs. Roll from the inner thigh to the outer thigh in the back. Spread it. And now bend the knees and then come back down. And then come up, stand in and watch. So there was a lot of lifting there in the front of the thigh, in the back of the thigh, to form that apex. And I have to keep that apex or that point here to the side so you can see Shieko and this apex. So I want to keep that as I take the heel down. Don't let the buttocks drop and the hamstrings get short. But can I keep that upness as I take the heels another inch down? And then come out to the pose. Again, modified Adho Mukha Svanasana. And now curl your toes under. And then put the heels to the wall. And lift the toes up. So first, before you move the heels, work on that upness. So lift the toes up. Lift the kneecaps up towards the ceiling. Lift the front of the thighs up towards the ceiling. Lift the top of the shins up towards the ceiling. Lift the back of the thigh up towards the ceiling. Keep the abdomen close to the spine. So keep that upness as you take the heels down a half an inch. And again, lift up the toes. Lift the kneecaps up. Front thighs up. Top shin Keep that, and then descend a half an inch more. And again, kneecaps up. Grow the inner heel back to the wall behind you and take the inner leg back towards that wall. Spread the back of the thigh. And again, kneecaps up. Front thigh muscles up. Back thigh up towards the buttocks. At the top of the buttocks, go towards the hips. And then bend the knees and then come back down. Okay. So our next pose, that's Parivrita Trikonasana. Bring your sticky mats back to the position we started in. So Parivrita means revolve and Trikona means triangle. So this is a pose that strengthens the legs, draws the abdomen in, and gets that all twisted rid of toxins in the body. So watch as I demonstrate. I'll show you the full pose. And now I'm going to break it down. We're going to do this. Okay? So I start with the heel in line with the back arch. And then I stand the side torso as I press the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh and ground the legs down. I keep the hips just as we did in downward dog, squeezing in towards each other and lifting up as I extend the torso and then revolve. Oh, sorry, with the hand on the hip. Notice this top chest wants to go forward. So I revolve that top chest towards the ceiling and then bending myself back. Okay, so let's do it. So jump the legs apart. Turn your left toes in. Now revolve your whole front leg out. Come around to face you. Now take that left arm up towards the ceiling. Extend to that left arm. Lift the left side of the torso and press the front thigh, the front of the front thigh to the back of the front thigh. So press that bone towards the skin. Good. And now extend, reaching out to that left arm and take the hand down. Take it to the inner leg to start off with. Get your balance. Good. Put the hand on the hip. And now press the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh in both legs. And now squeeze your outside hip. Squeeze your outside hip towards each other and lift it up. And press the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Round down through that back heel. Okay, so you can take that back leg in just a little bit. Lean. Good. Good. Press the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Even more. Press here. And now that front outer thigh, lift up from the front outer knee to the front outer hip. Lift them along there. As you revolve the waistline towards that straight leg. Now heave that top chest up towards the ceiling, expose it. And take those lower side ribs forward towards me. As you keep lifting through the front outer thigh, take the waistline in towards the straight leg. And now wiggle yourself over the pose, take the arm down, and then come back up. And let's go to the other side. Okay, so jump your legs apart. Turn it back to the side, so those are the right toes and the whole left leg up. Good. And now come around to face you. I send that right arm straight up. Press the front of that left thigh to the back. And keep extending that right side of the torso. Good. And now reach forward, extending that side torso. Keep pressing the front leg to the back leg as you do that. And take the hand down. Lift the front outer knee to the outer hip. Compact the hips, squeeze them together, lift them up just like in downward dog. Keep lifting the hips up and back as you slam the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Or that front leg, so press it back even more. Good. And now, put the hand on the hip. Good. And now expose that whole top chest towards the ceiling. Keep rolling the upper arm back. Taking the top shoulder blade in. The bottom of that back top shoulder blade in until the chest revolves towards the ceiling. Lift from the outer knee to the outer hip of the front leg and revolve that waistline towards that straight leg. The lower side ribs, let it face the floor. The upper side ribs, let it face the ceiling. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Bring yourself up. Okay. So this is what I'm seeing in the pose when we attempt it. You see how these back ribs tends to bow back towards you? So when I'm doing the pose with the arm up this time, I push those back ribs in and revolve the chest a bit more. Okay? So jump the legs out to the side. Back toes in, left toes in, revolve the both foot ribs up. Now extend the arm. So that is the left arm that goes up this side. Good. And now press the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Extend the side torso. Take the arm down. Concentrate on the front leg. Push it. Front of the thighs and back of the thigh. Let that be your dharana, your focus. And now you can start off with the hand on the hip. Motion that. And now, draw the outer hips in towards each other and pull back as you push your back ribs in and move your chest towards your head. Good. And now, expose the top chest towards the ceiling. Lift across the top collarbone. Expose that whole chest and now take your arm up. The front outer thigh from the outer knee to the outer hip. Pull up. Revolve that waistline in towards that straight leg. Good. Full breath in. Full breath out. And release. And then to the other side. And now extend the arm. So that's the arm opposite the leg. Press that front thigh to the back. And then extend the side torso as you come down. And put the hand on the hip. Good. And now squeeze your outer hips towards each other. Lift them up and back as you push the front thigh to the back. Good. And now push your back ribs in and revolve your chest. Move the chest towards the head as you do so. Good. Expose the whole top chest. Extend the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Good. And even here, keep lifting that top side chest up. Keep pressing the front of it to go up here. You see, roll your chest open a bit more, up towards the ceiling there. Extend the top arm, but keep the out and then draw towards the spine. Good. And then release, and then come back up. Moving the side. Okay. So our next pose is Salamba Shirshasana, also known as headstand. So Salamba means supporting, and in this pose the forearms right here form the support, and we stand at a point on our head. So I'll demonstrate the first part of the pose. And I'd like you to be to the sides so that you can see. Okay, so my fingers are the fingers are interlocked to the bed. The thumbs don't stick up like joysticks, but they relax down. The palm forms a cup for a space in the head. Right, and the elbows stay in line with the shoulders. So I keep all of that when I do the pose. And when I take the legs up, I take the downward dog legs we had done earlier. And as I walk in, notice I take the front, back of the chest towards the front of the chest and lift the hips up, just like we did in downward dog. And just like we did in Trikonasana, the back ribs go in and up. And as I press the forearm and lift the upper arms away from the floor. Just not collapsing, just open. And then open. So let's just do that much. So have your sticky mask in line with mine. I'll start in line over here. Just have your sticky mask holding in the floor. Okay. So this flows all right downward dogs with fresh blood to the brain. And if you do this every day, you think more clearly, your mind becomes more alert. So definitely supposed to learn. So interlock the fingers up to the leg. Let the thumbs be soft. And then put your hands on the sticky mat. So I'll come around and check that your elbows are okay. So, and you can take that right elbow just a hair. In or out? Out. Good. 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 No, you didn't need to move that. Okay. That's good. Alright, so make a cup with your hands, thumbs relax down. And make sure the top of your wrist is over the bottom of your wrist. And keep it that way through all phases of the pose. And now put the top of your head on the floor. And even before you bring the legs up, you go push the forearm bone down into the floor. And now lift the upper arm bones away from the floor. Good. And now take downward dog legs like we did before. So don't look at the top of the toes yet. Go back towards the heel initially. Good. And now walk your feet in towards your head and push the back of your chest towards the front of your chest. Lift the hips up, just like we did in downward dog. Good. And I'm going to come around to make some adjustments to take your back ribs in and your hips up. So you can actually bend your knees slightly just to get this action. Lift. You see, I'm taking your back ribs in. Good. And then bend the knees and then come back down. And let's do that against the wall. Okay?
Should go that way. Use one of their mats. The cameras are perfect.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I'm switching positions. So I'm going to use one of your mats so that we can. Okay. So just a revision on the top of the head. So put your hand here in between your eyebrows. Stretch it from the back and wherever it reaches, that's the part of the head that goes on the floor. Forgot to mention the floor. And so when I do this, I put that part of the head on the floor. And again, the arms work, as previously discussed. And you see the tendency, look towards the wall. So come close to the wall so you can see. Again, the back rib comes around and touch the wall. So here, come around, can you see that back rib? Thanks a lot. Right, you see, once you roll to roll, so I resist that with all the actions we discussed before. And then I take one leg up, and the other leg follows. And then I keep the leg focused in, one leg down, and the other leg follows. Okay? Just practicing up and okay. So interlock the fingers right into the leg. Relax the thumb down, put the hand in place. Then we check the shoulders. Okay, and now put the very top of the head, same point we just identified, down. And then straighten the legs to downward dog. And as you walk in, keep taking the back of the chest towards the front of the chest and lift the hips up. Backwards in and up. Okay, so you have to take the backwards away from the wall, away from my hand, and extend it as you cross. So everything needs to get that. And you bend the knees slightly. And take this part away from the wall. So compact the hips and lift the side, waist side up. And then walk in, keep the legs focused straight and take one leg up. And then take the other leg up. I'm sorry. Good. Now, Shieko, take your nose in towards your chest. Yes. And now expose the whole sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Press the forearms down and press up through the feet. Now move, so Mary, you have to move your legs over to the right. Good. Perfect. And now take your waist back towards your spine and take the tops of the buttocks towards your heel. So waist back even more, abdomen towards your spine even more. Good. Abdomen towards the spine even more. And now look towards me. Shake up, you're breathing hard. Come down. Take Adho Mukha. Straight legs. Yes. And extend your arms.
Halfway.
Good. And Amy, take your legs over a little bit to the right. Now press the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh like you did in all the previous poses. Roll the top of the thigh in like you did in downward dog. Waist back towards the spine, even more, and even more, even more, even more. Good. And now take the top of the buttocks towards the heel. Don't try to balance. Just think of taking the waist back and taking the tops of the buttocks towards the heel. Good. So use the wall for support today. Even if you can balance. It's because take the top of the buttocks towards the ceiling. And take the heels up towards the wall. Yes. Press the front of the thighs and the back of the thigh. And the top inner thigh goes back towards the wall. So roll the top of the thigh into the top inner thigh goes back. And then to come down, keep the leg focused in and turned in. And take one leg down, the other leg to follow. Take Adho Mukha Virasana, close up the chair.
22 minutes and 24 seconds still.
Okay, so our next pose is Dvipada Viparita Dandasana. What? Oh, sorry. No. Alright, so our next pose is Dvipada Viparita Dandasana. That means two-legged, inverted staff pose. And it has similar benefits to headstand in that the brain becomes rejuvenated. But this time also the chest becomes open. So for this pose, we need 2 blocks against the wall. You need a sticky mat and a chair. Okay, so have a chair and 2 blocks. So you have this grip here, so I'm hanging off the chair, so make sure you have enough room for that. And then watch as I demonstrate. I'm going to mention some key points. I'm going to mention the top of the buttocks, which are here where the buttocks start, and I'm going to mention the bottom tips of the shoulder blade, which is here. So when I sit in the chair, I take the top of the buttocks beyond the chair, like this, and then I use my palms to lift and open my chest as I go over. Right? And then I press with open palms, just like the downward dog. I press and I move off the chair until the bottom tips of the shoulder blade are on the chair. And then I take time here to roll the top of the thighs and take the tailbone in and move the top of the buttocks towards the wall. And then I hug the seat of the chair with the upper arms and take the shoulder blades in even more. And then I put the feet on the block and then I extend the legs. And here I take one hand underneath the chair, the other to move it. And then I roll my upper arms outwards and press the front of the thigh to the back of my thigh. Okay? And then to come out of the pose, I dig the elbows in the chair, I put my buttocks back on the chair, and I come back to sit. So, let me check my blocks. So the feet will be put apart, so some of these blocks will be separated. Yeah. Okay, and now, put your buttocks beyond the chair. So you want the top of the buttocks to go just at the back edge of the chair. Good. And then don't go back so quickly. Press the palms down and lift the chest up and go back. And now pause. Take the hands with the palms wide open and press them on the back of the chair. And now push out the chair until the bottom picks up the shoulder blades on the front edge of the chair. So you can push out some more towards your head. Shieko, you can push off some more too.
13.
Left. Okay. And you can push off a little bit more. That's it, time. Shieko, come towards me. More. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. And now, so take off the chair and adjust the feet. So roll the top of the thighs in. Roll the top of the thighs in. Lift the buttocks up and take a tailbone in towards the body. Good. No, that's it. Good. Okay, and now hug the sides of the chair with the upper arms. Squeeze the outer sides of the seat with the upper arms. The arms straight up. And squeeze here. And then dig the shoulder blades in towards your back as you move a little bit more. Good. And now put the hands on the inside legs of the chair. Sorry, put your feet up on the blocks first, I'm sorry. Feet up on the blocks. Extend. And now, put your hands on the inside of the chair. Take your waist back towards the spine like we did in Shirshasana. And take the tops of the buttocks away from the waist. So waistline back towards the spine. Good. And roll the top of the thighs in. And take the top inner thighs down towards the floor. Roll the upper arms out. And take the bottom tips of the shoulder blades and heave it in towards the chest. Open the chest even more. And now, take your hands out of the chair. Bend the knees, put your buttocks back in the chair. Push down with the elbows and bring yourself up to the and open chest. If that is difficult, use one hand behind you to support. And then come back. Okay, so I saw, I think what we worked on is the extension in the midsection here, and I can even show you from Tadasana that the waistline extends towards the chest as the outer hips push down towards the foot. So here when I'm in the pose, you see what happens here? There's not much extension from here. So we're working the legs, we're working the chest, but not much is coming from the midsection. Can you all see? Okay, good. So this time, I pull the waistline towards the center of the room, and I take the outer hips towards the feet. Okay, let's wait. Good. Just put your buttocks beyond the chair. Lift that over the chest. Go back. Hug the sides of the chair with the upper arm. And bring the shoulder blades in towards the chest. Put the feet upon the block. And put the upper arms underneath from the inside leg of the chair. And roll the upper arms out. So, come off the chair, move the chair, push off with your hand. Good. And now move your waistband towards the center of the room and put the outer hips towards the feet.
9.5.
And then to come out of the pose, take the hands on the inside, dig the elbows into the chair, put your buttocks back on the chair, and then come back up. Okay, so our next pose is going to be Ekapada. Okay. So we have our chair there, which is good. So have 3 blankets. And set up just like mine. Come away from the wall a little bit. And have one of the blocks you just used right here. Three blankets. Put the block down. And then leave 6 inches for your upper arm. Okay, and then watch as I demonstrate. So at the top of the shoulders towards the blanket, push your shoulder away like you always do in shoulder stand. And roll the upper arms, take the shoulder blades in. Just like we always do. And then I come up into shoulder stand, just like this. Taking the elbows in. Okay. And then here, I take one leg to the chair, making sure this outer hip doesn't drop. It lifts away from the waist. As the thigh pulls back, just like you can carry feet. And then come back up, and then move to the other side. Okay? So let's do that. To come out of the pose, last one look back, then come down. Okay? Push the chair away, so position your shoulders to reach from the pose.
4:14. No. 6:52.
Okay. Push the chair away with your arms. Hold on to the bottom of the chair, push the chair away. Yes? Good. Now put the palms down, roll your shoulders under, your upper arms under. Good. Take your shoulder blades in towards your chest. Swing your legs back to Halasana, supporting your back. Good. And just get your legs back to the chair, just like this. Good. Now press the upper arm out. Don't take the leg to Halasana. Yes, good. And now take one leg up towards the ceiling, the other leg to meet it. And now push through the heels, take your tailbone in. Okay. And now take one leg to the chair, the right leg to the chair. Keep lifting that right outer hip away from the waist as you do so. Keep rolling that left thigh in. Good. And now come back up. And then to the other side. So take the leg down, keep lifting that outer hip up towards the ceiling as you do so. And the aerial leg, the one that's not touching the chair, roll that thigh in. In with the thigh even more, shaker. In with the thigh even more, and lift up with the outer hip even more. Lift up with the outer hip even more. Even more. Good. And now take the legs back up. And then take Halasana. One leg at a time. Good. And now look back to the chair. Extend the arms. No, and then roll vertical down.
How much time? 5.
Okay, so come up and watch quickly, in peaceful pace. So when I take this pose, you can see the tailbone tends to hang back there. So this time, I take the tailbone in, draw the waistline back towards the spine, and move the sit bone, which is the bone we sit on, towards the heel. So I'll show on the other side, the tailbone tends to hang back. So I push the tailbone in, draw the waistline back, and extend the sit bone towards the heel. Okay, so let's do that. So take shoulder stand, make sure to extend the chair all over the arms. So push the chair away, arms in the way. Good, and now roll the shoulders onwards, like shoulder blades in, and swing the legs back to the last one. Good, good shape. Okay, support the back. Good. And now take Sarvangasana. And roll both legs, top of the thighs in, and take one leg down. And as you do so, push the tailbone towards the extended foot. Draw the waistline back, and move that sit bone towards the heel. So sit bone towards the heel. And keep pressing the front of the thigh, the back of the thigh, of that leg on the chair. And the same with the other leg. Then come back up. And then to the other side. Push the tailbone, take the other leg back towards the side, and heave the front of the legs and back of the leg like we've done in all the other poses. And then take Sarvangasana. Okay, and now take Halasana, sorry. Go ahead, one leg at a time, or both. Good. The back towards the chair, extend the arms, and then come back down. So just turn the blankets around, turn the blankets around. Turn the blankets, so fold the blanket faces me. And I have it in the front edge, have it here. Yes, right here. And you take Halasana right here. So I have it set up just like this. So I start from Uttanasana. So I was just showing you, this is the pose here. And we start from Uttanasana, the pose that we just did previously today. And watch, I take the buttocks out to the side and roll the top of the thighs in. So allow the back lower waist to spread out first. So Shieko, yes. Keep your blankets here. So shift off to the side. One more time, one more time. So we can push the side. Shift the blankets forward this way. Oh, I see what you said. Okay, go back. Sorry. And now hold on to the back. Watch as I demonstrate. I hold on to the back of the knee. Keep the knee low and take one leg in. And do the same with the other side. And then moving on with the outer ankles. I lift the sides of the torso up, take the chest forward as I push the knees away from each other. Instead of the opposite. Okay, so let's all get together. So Uttanasana. And now hold on to the back of the knee, roll the thigh bone out, keep the knee low, and then take it forward. And then go to the other side. Hold on to the outer ankle. And now, can you see when you extend the arms and lift the chest that the knees want to come up? So push the knees away from each other, lengthen the inner thigh, and rotate the top thigh outward. Get the outer knee down. So don't push forward with the pelvis. Keep lifting the sides of the pelvis up and lifting the chest up. And okay. Alright, so from what I saw that this part of the leg goes faster than this part of the leg. So this time we just have one little a blanket that's free. So there's one that's free. So you each need to get a blanket. Oh, well,
So you started,
I didn't
you
start.
started.
Sorry.